lack the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture are like a tree without roots.
The kids, they're almost here. Well, how much are you selling them for? For you, I'll give you a bill. And that's the thinking of a burrow, the hornet, the weenie, the python, and the settle, the leopard. And I'll tell you all the stories in the world.
That's a tall order, but I agree that.
Excuse me, I think that's the water. Yeah, it's the yellow thing, but I'm wet loaded. 3 weeks ago.
Well then, why are you foolish hornets hovering on the rain?
We don't want to get wet, but where can we go?
All of you follow me, and I'll take you somewhere safe and dry.
Good work. I'll accept it. Now there's 2 more things.
I know. Next, I'm going to the house of Winnie the Python, and I'm going to get her attention by talking right out loud to her. Everyone says she's shorter, but I think she's longer. Oh, well, I don't care what they say.
Excuse me, but why are you talking to yourself outside?
You, perhaps, and to answer your first question, because everybody out there is disrespecting you and saying you're short. But you can prove them wrong by wrapping yourself around this pole and letting me measure you.
Good work. I'm impressed. Now there's one thing more.
Next, I just need the several level circles. I know they walk this way every day. So, I'm gonna dig a hole and they'll walk right into it. Help us! Somebody help us! We've fallen and we can't get down! I'll help you. Only if you promise not to eat me for dinner. We promise! Okay, tie your tails around this.
from all strange lands came and snatched us away from our home.
Hey, that's not good. Hey, I really like that someone came to my house and took me away. What's up with that?
Yeah. Andrew, did you learn the first part of that poem I gave you from County Cullen about Africa and our heritage?
Yeah.
Would you stand up and recite it for the class, please?
What is Africa to me? Copper sun or scarlet sea? Jungle stars or jungle track? Strong bronze men or eagle black? Women in the blood are spring when the birds of Eden say, 1 centuries removed from the scene is father's love. Spicy grove cinnamon tree, what is Africa to me?
Oh. What would you do if somebody showed up at your house, even if you hadn't invited them?
Oh, don't be the other type of stranger. Well, if I thought they were cool, I would invite them in.
Well, you know, Freddie, that's just what happened. We invited the traders into our village, and they captured between 4 and 6 million men, women, and children, made them slaves, shackled them together like cattle, and took them on the most horrible journey to a strange land.
But you said they were warriors. What if they come back?
Well, they did, but the traders had guns. And many of the men, women, and children who didn't get much to eat on this trip that could last more than 5 months didn't make it. One day I'll tell you guys about the warrior C.K. who fought the traders on the ship Amistad and won. He was brave. They all were. But many of them jumped overboard to escape. And the ones who remained were sold as slaves.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, alone from home. Sometimes
on the morning of the 30th of April,
Mohawk, Lieutenant Craven commanding, put to anchor in the harbor here. On board were 510 native Africans, taken on board on the River Congo on the west coast of the continent of Africa. We saw 450 African natives in a state of total nudity on the deck in a sitting or squatting posture. We're sitting very close together, leaving only a narrow space along the line at the center for the crew of the vessel to pass to and fro. About 50 of them were grown men, and about 400 were boys aged between 10 and 16 years. 90 and upward died on the voyage. But this is considered a comparatively small loss. Notwithstanding their sufferings, we could not be but interested and amused by their strange looks, motions, and actions. The well among them seemed happy and contented, ready at any moment to join in a song or dance as directed by Jack, a little fellow, black as ebony, and no more than 12 years old. The sailors on the voyage had dressed Jack in a sailor costume and had made of him a great pet. Jack carried a small cord as an instrument of his brief, delegated authority. He would make the men and boys stand up, sit down, sing and dance, just as he directed. And when they sang, he would pass among them and beat the time by clapping his hands together. And if any refused to sing, Jack's cord descended on their backs. Rarely have we seen so happy a fellow as Jack. From the deck, we descended into the cabin, and there we saw 60 or 70 young women and girls in nature's costume. We noticed that 3 were arm-branded with the figure of a 7, which we took to be a merchant's mark. On the day of their arrival, they were taken to a building in the public grounds. We visited them there in the afternoon. The U.S. Marshal had procured shirts and pants for the men, and some benevolent ladies of the city had sent the women and girls gowns. When it came to be sundown, they lay down for the night and were covered with blankets. And then a scene occurred which interested us very much, but which we did not understand and could not explain. A man stood up among them and slapped his hands together once or twice. And when all were silent, he commenced a kind of recitation or song or prayer. And every few moments, 10 or 15 voices were heard in the same tone as if responding. What could this be? It looked and sounded very much to us like Christians chanting an evening prayer. And yet we felt quite assured that none of these persons had ever heard of Christ or had much, if indeed any, knowledge of God as the creator and preserver of them.
Hold on.
Same thing.
Just a little while longer.
humor, and they continued to sing and dance as a way of coping with the atrocities of everyday life. The only place they could gather was in the church, and they developed their own form of communication, one that the slave masters thought was about their God, and it was, but it was also about freedom. When they sang, they were sending signals to each other that it was time to take their freedom. And there were also songs that were map songs that told the slaves how to travel on the Underground Railroad to the north. Harriet Tubman was the conductor on that railroad.
Oh, Task over there waiting on us to start. We better go now. Oh, run, run, border, run, ride angels above. Oh, run, run, border, run, ride angels above. Oh, run, run, border, run, ride angels above. Oh, run, border, run, ride angels above.
Thank you all for coming here tonight. Springfield, I preach this sermon just for to send reminders of few brothers and repeat the kinfolk wish to hear it, in hopes that it will do honor to the Lord's word. With nothing but the congregation satisfied me, y'all. And that's all my people plant your feet on the solid rock of God, on Calvary yard, on the front of these Christ that we will see them. We will see the King of these kilograms, the 80s. Come on, we raise up the Lord and shout these praises as you go. And I will see you in the city of the New Jerusalem. For we will leave the love of God, because the love of the Lamb is the light of the saints. Pray on, children, pray on. Dance, sing on. Let me all be together. Someday soon, you got to mistake for your life.
It's time. I've come back for you.
Harriet, I don't know if I can do it. I'm not strong like you.
Every dream begins with the dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the passion, and the patience to reach for the stars, to change this world.
This is my world. This is all I know.
I was a neglected weed too, ignorant of freedom, having never experienced it.
I feel like to be free.
When I crossed that line, I looked at my hands to see if I was the same person. There was a glory over everything. The sun came up through the trees like gold. I thought I was in heaven.
Why do you keep coming back? What if you get caught?
I'd fight for my liberty and yours too for as long as my strength lasted. If the time came for me to go, the good Lord will let them take me.
Who else would help us along the way?
The North Star. God gave us that. And the Quakers. They almost as good as colors. They call themselves friends. And you can trust them every time.
I don't know if I can do it.
I reasoned this in my mind. I knew I had the right of one or two things, liberty or death. If I couldn't have one, I'd have the other. I've been the conductor of the Underground Railroad for 8 years. I can say what no conductor's ever said. I've never ran my train off the track, and I've never lost a passenger.
How many of us did you free?
I freed 1,000 slaves. I would have freed 1,000 more. If they'd only known they were slaves. What have you got to lose? You'll be free, or you'll die.
Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. When the sun goes back and the first quail calls, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd.
I'll come later. But you gotta go to Mama and Papa. Now I know to take my baby girl. What if you get lost? I can't find her. It's going north for us, right?
You got to go now.
We will be together again someday. I know we will. I'll be praying.
Well, the riverbed makes a mighty good road. Follow the drinking gourd. For it's left the barefoot traveling on. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Well, the river runs between two hills. Follow the drinking gourd. There's another river on the other side. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd.
Well, technically, 1863. And who was the president that said slaves were free? He signed. Yes, we were at war, and not with another country, but with ourselves. And it was against everything the American creed set forth. You guys remember the American creed?
We hold these truths, the peace of heaven, that all men are created equal.
But I tell you what, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
Slavery was the worst that came to get, but it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. No, you too proud out that free. Ain't really free. The free said all men, but what about the women?
Well, let me tell you about a woman named Isabel Barbary, who was born a slave in 1797.
Isabella who?
Well, she changed her name to Sojourner. Sojourner Truth was the only person to ever sue a plantation owner over the rights to her child.
Did she win?
Yes, and she told us that no one is free, no man, no woman, until everybody is covered by the American creed.
That man over there says that women should be helped in the carriages and lifted over mud puddles and have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helps me in any carriages or lifts me over any mud puddles and gives me any best place. And ain't I a woman? Look at me. and better lash as well. And ain't I a woman? Now I have born 13 children, see most all of them sold off into slavery. And when I'm brought up with my mother's grief, Lord, but Jesus heard me, and ain't I a woman? Now, if the first woman God ever created was strong enough to turn this world upside down all alone, those women over there ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up again. And then class can do it. And the men better let it. Obliged to you for hearing me. Oh, so Johnny ain't got nothing more to say.
Cherry. She was a low down bougie too, Cherry. She was the roughest, toughest friend, but nearly had a heart as big as a whale. The call around. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She had a dream about the king of Sweden. He gave her things that she was needing. Build a hall of gas and steel, a diamond car with platinum wheels. Zip, zip, zip. He gave us townhouse and his racing horses. It was a dozen horses. Gave her $1 million in nickels and dimes. She sat around and counted all the millions of times. And if you didn't, check your pulse. They make us all good, and that's no jive.
And that's a natural fact.
Yes, and if I like your dogs, well, I'll come back.
I know you will.
How much is it? I'm here to pay. Satisfy me. Listen while I say. I want a hot dog for my bro.
Well, here it is, here it is.
I want it hot, I don't want it cold. Give me a big one, that's what I said.
That's what I got.
Well, here's a hot dog
For your gold.
big Cotton Club welcome to my good friend, Miles Haley. What are you doing here? I hope you ain't here to ask me out again, because I told you. I'm taking.
Yeah, I ain't studying you. Ain't nothing old man can do for me but bring me a message from a young one. Yeah, is that your wife over there? I know you take her everywhere with you. I heard the reason you got her with you is because you're so ugly, you don't want to get to go back.
But before I was so rudely interrupted, star of stage and screen, here to sing her big Broadway hit, the one, the only, Ethel Waters!
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather. Since my man and I ain't together, keeps raining all the time. Life is bad, blue, misery, everywhere, stormy weather. Just can't keep my poor self together. So really all the time. So really all the time. When he went away, the blues came up and met me. If he stays away, that old rocking chair will get me. All I do is pray, Lord above, let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on. All I have, life is gone, stormy weather. Since my man and I ain't together, keeps raining all the time. Keeps raining all the time. I walk around heavy-hearted and sad. Night comes along and I'm still feeling bad. Rain pouring down, blinding every hope I had. This pitter-patter, repeating, splattering, drives me mad. Love, 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 love. This misery's just too much for me. Can't go